Coming up on STN Channel 2 News, President Donald Trump held a conference at the White House this past Monday where he alleged the link between Tylenol and autism.
Additionally, Red Tail Records is back with their monthly open jam sessions, where their president discussed why showcasing student artists is so important.
Furthermore, one of our STN reporters got the chance to talk to one of the NFL Eagles cheerleaders. All this and more on STN Channel 2 News.
STN Channel 2 News, I'm Ethan Abrams.
And I'm Taylor DePaulo Daly. We'll start with President Donald Trump, who held a press conference at the White House this past Monday promoting alleged ties between Tylenol, vaccines, and autism. Here is STN2 reporter Sophia Dellis with more information.
This past Monday, President Donald Trump held a White House conference where he linked Tylenol and autism.
I want to say it like it is. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take Tylenol. There's no downside. Don't take it.
He urged pregnant mothers not to take Tylenol during their pregnancy and to not give their infants the pain reliever.
If you're pregnant, don't take Tylenol. And don't give it to the baby after the baby is born.
During the conference, Trump also claimed that ingredients in vaccines and timing of shots close together could contribute to rising rates of autism in the U.S.
And on the vaccines, it would be good instead of one visit where they pump the baby loaded up with stuff. You'll do it over a period of 4 times or 5 times.
In addition to Trump, Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. spoke during the conference, saying that the FDA will be changing Tylenol's safety labels.
The FDA will issue a physician's notice about the risk of acetaminophen during pregnancy and begin the process to initiate a safety label change. HHS will launch a nationwide public service campaign to inform families and protect public health.
Many organizations, such as the World Health Organization, are pushing back against the Trump administration's link in acetaminophen use with childhood autism. The World Health Organization urges pregnant mothers that, although all medications should be taken with caution during pregnancy, that Tylenol is still safe. This has been Sophia Dellis reporting for STN Channel 2 News.
STN will continue to keep you updated as more information becomes available.
Ryan Ruth, the man who was accused of attempting to assassinate President Trump last September, was convicted on all accounts this past Tuesday. The 2-week trial ended with Ruth being found guilty on all 5 counts, which include attempted assassination and assault of a federal officer. After the verdict was revealed, Ruth was forcibly removed from the courtroom when he attempted to stab himself in the neck with a pen. Following this incident, President Trump stated that the case had been really well handled by everyone involved. Ruth will be sentenced on December 18th as he faces life in prison.
In a new update, Jimmy Kimmel's late night show made its way back on air after the show was pulled off air last week. The late night show made its return to air on Wednesday night to a total of 6.26 million viewers as they were looking forward to what Kimmel had to say. The show was pulled off air by ABC after it faced criticism and pushback over comments that related to the death of Charlie Kirk. Despite Kimmel's return, many viewers found it difficult to access the show due to media companies Nexstar and Sinclair blacking out the broadcast from certain territories of the U.S.
A big night for soccer or football, as the fans of the 69th edition of the Ballon d'Or happened this past week. Let's see which big soccer stars walked out with a golden ball. On September 22nd, the annual Ballon d'Or ceremony was held in France. These prestigious awards have honored outstanding professional soccer players since 1956. This year's accolades celebrated the top performers in the 2024-25 soccer season. In the men's category, Ousmane Dembélé of France claimed the Ballon d'Or after finishing the season with 33 goals and 15 assists. In the women's category, Spain's Aitana Bonmati secured her 3rd consecutive Ballon d'Or win since 2023. It will be great to see how this year's season will fare.
Coming up after the break, our very own Lindsay Binder sits down with an Eagles cheerleader to chat about the birds and much more. Then we'll take a look at how Hartford sports fared this week coming off a rough stretch of games. Did they turn it around? Finally, we announce which volleyball star hit a career milestone and will take home this week's Hawk of the Week honors. Don't touch that dial.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
And now, STN Channel 2 Sports.
Hey everybody, I'm Ryan Lewis, and once again, it's time to fly through a week of STN Sports. There's a lot to get into today, so let's not waste any more time. It takes a lot to cheer on a team on a professional level, especially when you're cheering for the reigning Super Bowl champions. This week, STN reporter Lindsey Binder got to sit down with Eagles cheerleader James Leggett to talk about his journey cheering for the team.
I started cheering when I was in middle school. Fun fact that it was a dare between myself and a couple of friends, and I did it for that entire year in 7th grade, and I ended up loving it so much. That's when I started taking on dance. I started taking on dance classes. I became a performer at Sesame Place for 9.5 years. When COVID happened is when everything just went virtual. So that being said, one of the things that popped up on my social media was the Eagles cheerleading auditions that year. So I auditioned, I made it all the way to the final round, and I did not make it that same year, but that didn't stop me because once I got that far, I then had a goal that I was going to make this team. So I was able to audition the next year, and I made it all the way through, and it's been so surreal ever since.
Leggett told STN about the most important skill he's learned so far being on the team.
I'm able to adjust very quickly and be very mindful of the different things that are going on around me. I can adapt and figure out what the best solution is.
Leggett explained the importance of diversity when it comes to being a part of such a large platform.
It's extremely important because you never know when there might be a little boy who wants to dance but is scared to dance because they're nervous to get made fun of or to get mocked. But I think this platform is huge because I can make an impact and show them that it doesn't matter what other people think.
To see James Leggett in action, you can catch him cheering on the sidelines at the next Eagles home game. For STN Channel 2 News, I'm Lindsey Binder, and go Birds.
I'm so glad to hear that Eagles cheerleading always looks to help everybody find their place and soar. Now, we transition from one bird to another. It was a tough game for the women's field hockey team, losing 7-0 to Clark University. The Hawks only put up 6 shots opposed to the Cougars' 28, with 2 coming from the Hawks' leading scorers Ava Lipson and Kyra Bernard. The Cougars opened the scoring in the 11th minute of the game from a goal from Elizabeth Castiapoulia, and the goals just poured on from there, with 2 coming from freshman midfielder Olivia Bass. With this loss, the Hawks now fall to 2-4 on the season. Big win for women's soccer this past Wednesday, going up against Wellesley College with a final score of 5-1. The first goal of the game for Hartford was scored early by Cameron Wilkinson off a pass from Rebecca Optenbrow. In the second half, Wellesley buried its first goal of the game off the foot of Quinn Shirley. Shirley and Olivia Chow-Gillette each had one shot on goal for the Blues. The Hawks mounted a comeback with 2 goals coming from freshman forward Sophia Coer. She finished the day with 3 shots on goal. Rebecca Optenbrow also had quite the outing, finishing with 2 goals of her own on the day. Despite the loss, Wellesley goalie Riley McNair had a great game with 5 saves on 10 shots on goal. Hartford moves to 5-2-1 on the year. Hartford volleyball traveled to Dudley, Massachusetts, where they would drop the match in 3 sets to Nichols College. The Bison dominated most of the game, winning with their sets ending 25-19, 25-13, and 25-20. Jordan Murphy was once again the most dangerous player for the Hawks as she led the team with 9 kills. While on the Nichols side, it was Kaya Berdier giving the Hawks trouble getting a match-leading 11 kills. It was serving that made the difference in the match as the Bison had 12 aces against the Hawks, with Ruby St. Ange leading with 3 aces of her own. While the Hawks were only able to get 3 aces as a team, 2 of them came from Matea Cosby, while the other one came from Callie Lagasse. The Bison advanced to 5-9 on the season and 1-0 in conference, while the Hawks fall to 3-7 and 0-1 in conference. Now let's take a look at this week's upcoming games. On Saturday, the women's golf hosts the Winston-Berry Hills one-day match. Then field hockey comes to Roger Williams at 11:30, and women's soccer heads to Endicott College at 12 p.m. Women's tennis heads to the University of New England at 1 p.m. Women's volleyball travels to Eastern Connecticut State at 2, and men's soccer closes out the Saturday slate at Endicott at 3 p.m. This week's Hawk of the Week goes to Kylie Connolly. The senior set her monumental 1,000th career assist this past Saturday, and the U.S. Coast Guard Academy earning the nod. Connolly and the Hawks have had a rough start to the year, but will look to turn things around during their stretch of C&E matchups in the coming weeks. From Hartford to New York, players are looking to capture glory and the Ryder Cup. The Ryder Cup teed off this morning from Bethpage Black in Farmingdale, New York, after a phenomenal 2025 season that saw Rory McIlroy complete his career Grand Slam and Scottie Scheffler win 2 of the other 3 championships. The game's biggest stars are now set to lead their respective sides in the Ryder Cup. USA captain Keegan Bradley's picks were headlined by Bryson DeChambeau and Scottie Scheffler. Luke Donald, Europe's captain's picks, were headlined by John Ram, Rory McIlroy, and Justin Rose.
Hi everyone, I'm your weatherman Elliot Lurie, and here is your forecast.
Keep going. Go ahead.
September is the peak of hurricane season in the Atlantic, as the second hurricane of the year, named Gabrielle, is brewing east of Bermuda. The hurricane has not reached land, but will continue to rip currents, generate rough seas along the east coast, while bringing heavy rain to the affected areas. However, the Category 3 storm is not alone, as 2 additional storms are forming in the Atlantic Ocean and have the strong potential to become named hurricanes themselves. After the break, we'll cover a firework display that took place in the Shigatse region in the Himalayas. Then, we'll take a look at the West Hartford restaurant, A Place to Be, and the breaking news surrounding their owner. When we return, we'll take a look at the humid weather in West Hartford and see what the next 5 days look like. Stay with us as we'll be back with our weather forecast.
So we were walking to school.
I started thinking about lunch. Mom packed me turkey and cheese.
She's
I really want
smart.
cheese pizza.
Sometimes her mind wanders.
We should have a sleepover.
I remember saying, Laura?
I think I heard Mom say something.
The sign says don't walk.
Sometimes it's so overwhelming.
I really hope she doesn't
I
have
really
another
hope I
bad
don't
day
have
at
another
school
bad day at
today.
school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
When it comes to saving money,
What? Parents!
don't act like a baby.
Oh, it's like they're having their own little meeting.
This is so humiliating. Be the boss. I'm the boss.
What the?
Power nap.
You were saying. And make a budget.
Let's get to work.
Need a little help?
Stacy, read back the notes.
I can't read. What's it say?
Create a personalized savings plan and get other tools and tips
We can share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
at feedthepig.org.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
We can warn someone when their drink isn't safe.
And disrupt the situation.
We can.
Get someone the cab.
Or walk them home safely.
We can make campuses safer for our friends.
Our roommates.
Our classmates. Our fellow human beings.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can. Intervene.
It's on us.
All of us.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Now bringing you the blue skies with weather, STN Channel 2 News.
Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm your weatherman Elliot Lurie, and as I said before, summer is out the door and fall is in the house. Let's go take a look at the weather outside. As you can see, it's pretty humid, very muggy. Got a little bit of sun, but it's still a lot of clouds. And, you know, for a first day of fall, I'd say it's still very, very green, or first week of fall, I should say. But I would probably say you'll still have to stick with those shorts and t-shirts for now, because boy, is it going to be hot. Now, if we take a look at Springfield, Massachusetts, we got 80 degrees so far, very warm, but it does feel like 57, so I wouldn't be too concerned. Still want to keep those t-shirts and shorts. And then now we're in Hop Hog, New York, and it's around 82 degrees with it feeling more like 63. Again, probably just stick with those t-shirt and shorts, a little bit of wind. Now let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. It's so far just going to be high upper 70s to very low 80s, and still a bit of clouds, a little bit of sun, but, you know, not too much.
Well, I'm definitely glad that the weather is starting to get a little bit on the colder sides, especially at night. It's nice going outside and it definitely being a little bit cooler than all the hot humid.
Cannot wait.
I can't get enough of this humidity. It's killing me.
Me too, me too. I really miss the jeans.
Well, thank you, Elliot.
Of course.
Over the weekend, Canadian clothing brand Arc'teryx came under fire after funding and supporting a firework display in the Himalayas. The Vancouver-based outdoor clothing brand, known for its environment-friendly practices, has patrons of the brand outraged after sponsoring a fireworks display in the Chagatse region of Tibet. Arc'teryx teamed up with Chinese artist Sigu Chang to create a display imitating a dragon ascending the Himalayas. The company quickly apologized, stating that it was out of line of their values and were disappointed the display happened. The integrity of their business is still in question.
Hartford, Connecticut has many things to do in the city, and yoga is one of them. STN reporter Jaden Loudon spoke with Yoga in Our City teacher Mike Leakey about their program.
Getting up early in the morning for yoga may seem like a stretch, but for these Hartford residents, it's just the thing they need.
It helps me relax. It's a great hobby. It's one of my favorite things to do. Makes you feel good. Makes me feel more present in my body. Brings your cortisone levels down. I just love it.
We're here at Colt Park every Sunday at 10 a.m. We'll wrap up our season in about 3 weeks, and then we actually do go indoors. We offer indoor programming as well.
It's not about how much you know or if you're experienced. Yoga in Our City is for anyone and everyone who wants to take time to find inner peace.
I always tailor my class based on the students. Since it's in all levels, you really don't know what people's levels are. So I kind of run the class that way. I like to make sure that everybody's having a good experience, and I just want to make sure everybody practices some mindfulness. You know, it's kind of a crazy world out there right now, and so I want people to be able to take a break in a healthy environment in a healthy way.
To Mike, yoga is all about having a chance to clear your mind and reset, even if it's just for a couple minutes.
Yoga to me, as I've practiced it more and more frequently and become a teacher over the last 3 or so years, it just continues to evolve for me. It continues to just become more a part of who I am and helping me be more joyful.
It's clearly not a non-mistake to come and try some outdoor yoga before the weather gets colder. This has been Jaden Loudon reporting for STN Channel 2 News.
Yoga in our city will be having outdoor classes for the next 3 weeks, so bring your mat and an open mind to the next session. Visit their website, yogainourcity.com, for more info.
The owner of the popular West Hartford restaurant A Place to Be was arrested last Wednesday after issuing a bad check to her supplier. Gino Laurie, the CEO of the Statement Group, was charged with second-degree larceny and issuing a bad check over $2,000. She provided a closed bank account in her payments to Restaurant Supply Paradise totaling over $10,000. Laurie argues that she was going to pay them back eventually, and she had no idea the account was closed. The manager of the company disagrees, alleging that she has occurred about 5 times. Laurie was released on a $10,000 bond with her trial set to be on October 22nd of this year.
Monday night, police received a report of a man being carjacked at gunpoint near 264 South Whitney Street. Police received a call around 7:57 p.m. about a man being approached by a male suspect, which led to a struggle between the victim and the suspect. This culminated in the suspect pulling out a gun and firing off one round close to the victim's ear. The suspect took the victim's keys and drove off. The victim's car was later found unoccupied at 50 Park Place. The suspect is said to be a Hispanic male. Thankfully, the victim was not harmed.
Coming up, we'll look at famous artist Bad Bunny, who broke new records with his 10-week-long residency in Puerto Rico.
After, we'll talk about Tom Holland and his incident while filming the Marvel movie Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
Finally, we'll take a look at a renowned director, Christopher Nolan, and his most recent achievement in his career. Stay tuned on STN Channel 2 News.
Did you know parking over tall, dry grass can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color-coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Coming live to you from the studio, STN Channel 2 News.
STN reporter Natalie Rutzik had the opportunity to sit down with Red Tail Records' Aiden Dultz and Claire Matthews at their open mic jam sessions this week.
President Aiden Dultz and open mic manager Claire Matthews told STN about how Red Tail Records has shaped their UHeart experience.
It's been really important getting out there and doing my major, preparing me for the future. I work a lot with classical music, so this is really awesome to get to work with all different genres and all different people who aren't necessarily in the arts as well.
It's actually given me 100% of my purpose while I've been here. This gave me something to work towards and something to be passionate about. So yeah, it's given me friends, it's given me community, purpose, and drive, a reason to stay.
The two gave us some insight about where they started and how they got where they are today.
I've really been interested in Red Tail for a while, since freshman year when they were first starting out. I came to some of their interest meetings, but then I came back this year when we started up open mic nights because I felt really moved by the fact that we're going to open them up to the larger public.
I was head of artist management, and I was also an artist when we started. It was like a small group of e-board. Red Tail has grown over the years, and I was vice president last year, still head of artist management, still head of artist management now, and now I'm the president. and I'm co-head of marketing as well.
Both explain their goals for the semester for Red Tail Records.
Everything is growth, just trying to get as many people involved and to show up as possible.
I hope to see this organization really just reaching out to people who aren't in Red Tail, getting our name out there.
To keep up with more events and monthly performances with Red Tail Records, feel free to follow them on Instagram at Red Tail Records. For SDN Channel 2 News, this has been Natalie Russick.
For more information about upcoming Red Tail Records events and other performances, follow them on their Instagram at Red Tail Records.
Harry Styles seems to be taking a break from the recording studio and using his legs instead of his voice to perform, but not for the reason you think. The English singer was spotted running in Berlin, Germany on Sunday at the Berlin Marathon. Styles finished 2,241st overall at 2 hours, 59 minutes, and 13 seconds. His average time was 4 minutes and 15 seconds per kilometer, approximately 8.77 miles per hour. This isn't the former boy band star's first marathon run, as he competed in the Tokyo Marathon in March with a time of 3 hours, 24 minutes, and 7 seconds. Styles has not released music since May 2022, with his third studio album, Harry's House, being the last thing he released.
Renowned artist Bad Bunny shattered expectations and records with his residency in Puerto Rico this past month. The Latin music legend closed out this historic residency last weekend with a duet with Marc Anthony that captured the hearts of millions worldwide, becoming the most watched Signal artist performance on Amazon Music to date. Furthermore, Wells Fargo estimated that the tour pumped more than $400 million into the Puerto Rican economy, providing a crucial boost for the island's low tourist months. Bad Bunny's next world tour is set to begin in November in the Dominican Republic.
British actor Tom Holland suffered an injury on set while filming a stunt scene for the new movie Spider-Man: Brand New Day. On Friday, September 19th in Glasgow, Scotland, Tom Holland, who plays Spider-Man, had developed a mild concussion while performing a stunt for the film. Fortunately, no one else had been injured or hurt in the process due to precautions. Filming has been halted for the time being. The release date is still scheduled for July 31st, 2026. On a brighter note, since the incident, Holland has been seen in London attending a charity event with co-star and fiancée Zendaya.
The newly elected president of the Directors Guild of America is renowned British-American filmmaker Christopher Nolan. Nolan has been a member of the Guild since 2001, directing major films such as Oppenheimer, Interstellar, and the Dark Knight series. During his tenure, the Guild is a labor organization that represents more than 19,000 film and television professionals dedicated to protecting their creative rights. Nolan expressed his gratitude, stating, "To be elected president of the Directors Guild of America is one of the greatest honors of my career," according to the New York Times. Well, yeah, it's been a good show. We have some exciting things coming up. Our alumni show next Saturday at 5.
Yeah. Yes, next Saturday at 5, we'll have some newer alumni and some older alumni, so it'll be exciting to see everyone back together, mingling in that sense.
Yeah, no, it'll be good to see some people I haven't seen in a long time. A good opportunity for some of our newer members to meet some people from the past, make some good connections. And I mean, after this, if you want to not touch that dial, we got a new show coming up, Hartford Buzz, coming up for the first time. If you want to maybe learn some more about why we have these pumpkins, you should stay tuned.
Yeah, Hartford Buzz. Yeah, we filmed it this past Wednesday. It's a sit-down show, kind of talk lifestyle show, and there's some cool people we brought on the show to kind of talk things. Yeah, I'm excited.
Definitely, it'll happen bi-weekly, so it's definitely something to tune in for after every Friday.
Yeah. It's cool to talk about the Directors Guild of America. My mom's a member of that, and she's been for over 2 decades now.
Really?
So it's cool to see. Yeah, it's cool to see some people taking new charge, especially people like Chris Nolan.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
Yeah. All right. Well, it has been a good night. Thanks for watching. This has been Ethan Abrams.
And I'm Taylor DePaulo Daly. Have a good night.
And talk.